Hi, this is Crafting Anonymous, and today I'm going to show you how to make a half tree using a fabric bolt, garland, and jute. I'm out doing, I had cut a pattern with a stem and the top of the tree on a fabric bolt, and sorry I didn't realize the camera wasn't on the where I was cutting with a jigsaw, but here you go. I'm going to show you once I get the stem cut. I will be cutting the top part, which you'll be able to see. So again, I apologize for that. That's the first time I've been trying doing this in an outdoor where I've used my jigsaw. So, all right, so the stem is cut, and now we're going to do the top. So I just cut the tip of the tree because I want to have a little bit of a pattern where it tapers off before I get started making this half tree. Now you could also use a board if you want to hang this tree outside. This is the first time I've done this. I kind of came up with the idea when I woke up, and I thought, let's do it. I had all the supplies. So what I did was I have two 9-foot pieces of garland, and I am just trimming off the excess because the jigsaw did not go all the way through. Now this is a real quick project. It only takes about 90 minutes. About 50 minutes. And I'm saving those extra pieces because you can use those later because of the corrugation. It's kind of cool. So again, this is two 9-foot sections of garland, and I'm just removing the outer stem. And I did speed this video up for you so that you would not have to see the whole thing in 50 minutes. There's a lot of repetition to this. So what I'm doing is I wanted to have the branches extend past the board, the fabric bolt, because I want to taper it up. And that's why I trimmed the top. I shaped the top so that I could have that taper. And then by having it extend on the bottom, it allows me to work towards that taper on the top. Now, if you are cutting this, I'm doing two pieces of the same size all the way up. So, I'm starting with two larger pieces at the bottom, and I'll taper it on the way up. But I'm cutting two together so it's bushy. So I'm making two the same length. So I have that bushiness, and then I'll make it a little smaller and taper it as I go all the way up the board. Now, so I'm just checking that out to see, and you'll just fix those stems later. It's not important of how they are now. So you just want to make sure that you have it long enough and it's centered in the middle. And if for some reason one branch is longer than the other and you don't like it, you can always trim it. So I put a little stick fast on there, and that didn't work. So I'm using hot glue, and the hot glue is what I'll use all the way up the board. And so I'm just sticking those down, making sure I have enough because I want it to adhere well. I don't want it falling apart. And once I hold that down, I will then cut a couple more branches to work my way up. Now these half trees are really cool because you can lean it or you can hang it. And they're great if you wanted to have a lot of trees in your house and you wanted to decorate each room different with a different motif. If you wanted to do a board, you can put it out by your mailbox or on your front porch. So it could be outside, or you could hang it on the patio. There's just a lot of uses for it, and it's a very inexpensive project. So you find these half trees at some stores and hobby stores and other places, and you can see them anywhere from $50 and up, and this is really an inexpensive project where you can make multiple ones for yourself and for probably less than $20. Now, I went to the fabric store, and they give those bolts away. So if you go to them, you can ask them for them, and I picked up like 20 of them one day, so I decided to use that today because I wanted to hang it, so I want it lightweight. Now, if you want to use a board, it's going to be a little heavier. You could use it as a leaner, but this fabric bolt, because it's cardboard, I can hang it, and so I'll decorate it later. you could even use that year round, as you know, like some people like to decorate trees year round for different things. So it's just a nice little pine tree. So I'm just fluffing it up and filling it in. Now, if you have any of the pieces fall off, save them, because you'll want to use those as fillers. So if one branch is longer than the other, because you're kind of eyeballing it right now, don't worry about it, because you can trim it and you can use some excess pieces to fill in any of the gaps that you have at the end. But just wait to do that at the end, because you'll be moving things around, and that'll let the glue, it'll give the glue some time to settle up, and then, you know, you can just go from there. And I am in a limited space here, so you're gonna see me working on this. It's hard to see the whole tree while I'm working on it, so just bear with me there. But you did see it at the beginning of the video, so that kind of gives you an idea of what we're finishing up. It also gives you an idea of how beautiful it's going to look. Kind of got a sneak peek, right? So again, this is just a real fast. It took me less than an hour. It was 50 minutes, and that included the cutting time, cutting the board. And it didn't include the time for walking from the garage, though, into the craft room. Just kidding there. So anyway, again, this is Crafting Anonymous. If you like this video, hit the share button and a subscribe button if you could, and I'd appreciate it, and give me a like. That does help me with my channel. And also go check out some of my other crafts. I try to come up with some different things, and I also show you how to do crafts on a budget, and I can show you how to take things that you can find at garage sales or laying around your house or thrift stores and turn them into some beautiful art and gifts, or even if there are things that you wanted to sell, if you're a crafter that sells. And so I just like to share what I do. This is just showing you that it was a 9-foot garland. And I'm just starting on my second one. Again, save all the scraps, pieces that fall off. I even save the wire that I cut off the end, because I could use that as a hook for something. I kind of save everything. My craft room's getting a little cluttered here. In fact, my husband's out going to get me some shelves because I'm running out of room. That's another story. So anyway, so yeah, I'm just unwinding it, making sure I have the piece that I want. And now I'm starting to do this cutting it one at a time, because I'm getting to more of a taper. And so I don't want to cut them too far in advance, because it might be, you know, I might need to make the next branch a little shorter. But it is filling up really nice. It's just unbelievable how this is working out. It's working out exactly how I envisioned it, so I'm happy about that. Sometimes we do a craft and it doesn't work out. It doesn't. But I think I still would have showed you even if it was not working out to the way I liked it, because I really want people to see my mistakes, what I learned from them, and to help you avoid doing the same thing. But this is working out really well. The only thing I might have done different is I might have started it out on a board, because since I have the jigsaw, the board would be easy to cut, and then I could have had this for outside. But I'll make another one, and I'll hang this inside. I might even make a couple of them, so I have them in different rooms, because I have so many ornaments, and then I could have different themes for them. This is a great gift because it is inexpensive. It's great for you to make if your children want to have their own decoration in their room, and you can make that. Because it's a total hot glue project and clipping things, it's really not a project for the kids to make. But unless you supervise them and maybe cut the stuff in advance, I would say it would be great for them so they can decorate their own trees. And it's also great for if you know somebody in a retirement home has limited space, it would be great for them. It would be great for college students who want to decorate if they're not coming home for Christmas. And It's a great tree to have if you decorate year round, and you could have your tree for, you know, each holiday, because some people like to put out, you know, decorated tree for um, Halloween, Easter, 4th of July, and I guess that's probably about most of the holidays that people decorate for. So anyway, this is turning out really cute. And again, don't forget, you're going to fill in the sections that are where you can see the board through it, or where they're a little thin. So don't worry about that while you're making it. That's one thing I was kind of going, oh my goodness, I got to fill this in so tight. And then I realized, no, I don't. I can go back and just fill in pieces. So now I'm getting to the tapered, to the top part. And this is where I start doing it at an angle. Instead of doing it across, I'm going at an angle up towards the top. That gives it a nice pointy taper. That worked out really well. So you don't continue going straight across once you get up to the tip. You go at an angle, and that will help you get it to point. And that's how trees grow, right? And so again, if you have pieces that fall off, save them. We're going to stick those in and fill up the holes that we might see, or where we might see the board. But ornaments will do that too. You can put lights on this and have it lit up. You can frost the tips if you want, or buy the garland that's already frosted. You can just put, just decorate the way you like it. So we're almost done here. See how fast that was? Now it's just about finishing the stem in a second and doing some filler work, and we're good to go. Again, if you are liking this video and liking some of the content that I do, please subscribe. I would appreciate it. Just hit that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up like. That really, again, as I said, helps with my channel, so I appreciate that. So now I'm just trimming it and giving it some shape, because this garland is very forgiving. So it's just really nice. And then I'm almost done just filling it in, just gluing and filling up the extra pieces where I see some holes, and moving everything around. See how full that looks? Isn't it beautiful? Now I'm going to do something funky at the end here, and because I'm filming this lengthwise, I'm just trying some different techniques out for filming. It's hard to get the whole tree in. See, so at the end I'm going to turn the camera around, which is still not going to work really well, but I was just trying. So sorry for being my experiment today, but sometimes a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do, right? So now I'm taking the jute and I'm trying to figure out how I want to start from the bottom, so and work my way up so I can make sure that I get that tip covered. It's easier to do it from the start than it is after. And so I'm just putting a piece of glue down, or putting some hot glue down there. And I'm just wrapping it a few times. I start with the hot glue, then I wrap it a few times, and I give it a little more glue. And then I wrap it 3 or 4 times until I get up to the tip top. And again, my name is Lulu. This is Crafting Anonymous. And I appreciate if you could subscribe and put some comments if you would like. Now, it doesn't matter if you have the back of the board, is missing. But if you want a full tree, you do the back side too. And then you can see it from both sides. And it's still pretty thin. But this is going to be hanging. And you're not going to see that cardboard on the side. Notice I didn't paint any of it. You could paint it beforehand if you want. Or I could go back and paint some of it later. But I'm fine with it, because you're not going to see it when it's hanging. The branches are going to be bent and covering it. So once I get the jute all secure, it is done. This is my finished product. And I am going to turn the camera around. So again, sorry that you're going to see what you see when it's going to be sideways. Have a good laugh about it, okay? Just realize I'm just experimenting. So you have a wonderful day. Again, this is Lulu, Crafting Anonymous, and I hope you like what you see. And here it is. Here's my tree with the camera sideways. Have a wonderful day.